Hello again, this is Old Man PHP. I create PHP video tutorials for you guys who want to learn a new skill and compete with the young crowd. This is video 115E. In this video, I just want to talk about the most efficient big O notation would be the O1, constant time. We talked about that on the other ones, meaning that the execution time is fixed, and regardless of the size of the n. I know I keep repeating this thing over and over again because sometimes I forget that I mentioned it to you guys. But since I already shown you I think it was the last video or the next, or the one before, or maybe it was the last, that show you the BST structure. Remember that one? The insertion, the in order one. Remember? That one took a while. I had to type it up a bit. The insert and the in order methods. Remember that we created. The next logical step is to create. Make it more complete and robust by adding like the search video, and the video after this one, which would be 115F or G, we'll talk about the deletion. We'll add that to the actual class that we created. I know I mentioned that I was going to do the procedure method way for the the LIFO, but and I'll do that in a little bit. I just wanted to get this out of the way, and I wanted to also explain like each one again. My wife is telling me that that I should take it easy and explain it a little bit more better. So I'm going to break it down, the tree, the queue, the other ones. I'll have like an explanation, then I'll have what the notation is, and then explain some few things about it, and maybe I'll have like an example for each one. Instead, I know I'm giving it to you in bits and pieces, and I'm explaining things to you, and in the description I'm creating a text file with all this stuff that I mentioned, and I'll do that for the most simplest way I can do it, and that will be, maybe I'll just do it in the next video, because I wanted to get all this old notation out of the way, because I wanted to create some like full-blown website like I've been doing, and I wanted to explain the security part again. Okay, but in this one we'll just talk about the search, and we'll play around with it. So if you're looking to manage like data common in the web application, like menus and categories or comments, the array to tree logic is the essential one. Now I recommend adding like the search method, like I mentioned, to to make that the BinaryTree class, the one that we just created, the one that I call BST, and that's a good idea to have these things too. I was gonna also show you the what is that, another procedure for the delete, but I'm gonna explain it more better, and I'll have it separately in another video after, hopefully, this one. So what I did was I took the liberty of creating a file, this one. Of course, I should, right here, look, 115E, and well, I did the, I refreshed, and I don't know, let's see, and it goes right here. Okay, so what I'm going to do is, let's create a class. We're going to create a separate class, and then we're going to say class, why is it not, maybe they click that, okay, here it goes, class node, we're going to for that, right? And then we're going to break it down to, let's say everything is public. Should we say the dollar value? Because remember, that's what you need. Remember on the when you're doing tree, the so we'll say value. We'll do public. I don't know. We'll say. Remember how we do? I wish I had those diagrams. Oh man, in the future I'm gonna have to have some diagrams, so I could just bring it up real quick and show you. Anyway, you got the main the part of the tree. You know how you got the tree and you got on your left branch and the right branch, and it goes to a different. You know, when you go to the next one, it has to have the pointer, right? I'm going to show you. And in this particular case, we're going to be searching for something. We'll make it easy. We'll say equals no. It means this is something in there. This is a value variable, but doesn't have anything in it. Okay. But in the memory, creates it with nothing in it. So we'll say like this. Let's spell that right. And then we'll create a function. Remember how we always create a public function, the constructor? We'll do that. Let's see. What is it? The double underscore. That's how that happens. Then you say construct, and then of course you're gonna get the value when it's called. Then we're gonna go like this. Somebody would just put it in here. We're gonna say, remember, $this, because this is the class we're talking about. And then we'll say, let me see, this will be the value. And then we're gonna say equals $value. Do I need a space there? Yes. Value. Always like to put spaces and stuff so people can kind of look at it better. And this one would be this one. I know it's just right there, but just in case you start adding things into it, I just like to do this. This one will be the class of this one, so we'll say like that. Let's see. Let's bring this down because I'm going to create other functions. We're going to do the search function. I'm going to say function search bst. This will be the node. Remember how we do $root? Should have. Let's see, on the text file, the one that you're going to download, I'll have more explanation of some of these things. $target, right? This is the target that we want to go when you're moving. Then you have your boot. Remember that one? That boot. Boolean. And then, of course, let me see. Let me say that I just want to do, let me see, that will be the log in like this. And that's kind of like the average time complexity. Let's see. And then, you know, wait a minute, what happened here? This looks like a, is that a 0? Let me see. Oh, okay. That's a good one. Let's see. I'm going to create another variable called current. It's going to equal to the root. The stuff that we're going to push in. Yeah, my nose is at it again. Oh, so what else is new, right? I'm going to tell you a quick story. I woke up, because I wake up early morning, 4:30 in the morning. I went downstairs so I could warm up the car. and there was a patch of ice I didn't know, like the black ice. I slipped, like, man, pulled a muscle. It's always something with me. Somebody told me I should sue, but I don't feel like doing that. Now, if I would have fell, that's a different story. Broken some few things, because I am 66. And I'll say current value. Let me see. I want to confuse myself, so I'm going to do this. This will be for that. That won't be for that one. Let's see. Let's put some space here, like that. And of course, this one will be for this one. You know, when you're doing stuff like this, it's okay. You know, as long as it doesn't take, because comments are actually doesn't take all space at all. Okay, so if I went like this, let's say, if the target is equal to the current, right, because it's the current one, then I'm going to say return true. I'm going to do return true, true, yeah, true. Oh, man. Then what I would like to do is say, like this, and say else if, and then we'll say if the target, remember we saw these if thens, remember the other videos? And hey guys, come on, give me a thumbs up on some of these videos. Even though if it's messed up, please help me out here. I'm trying to do my best. Dollar current. Let me see. I like putting spaces into it so people can read it better. Let's see. Then we'll do another one like this, and we'll say else, because you know that's it. And then we'll do this. So this could confuse people. Why? So we'll do like current, like, I did test this out at one point. And then, let's see, it's gonna point to the left, right? Let's put a space there, and then on the L, oh boy, I'm confused now. Then we'll say, sorry guys. I was watching Christmas Ball Ice. Oh my god, it was great. Funny. Okay, British movie. Okay, let's see. If it's, I don't know if this might work, might not work. If this equals to, let me see, current value is true if it's target less than the current value, then that would be the left, else it would be the right. Right or wrong, and wrong and right, right or wrong. Where's this? Wait a minute. Okay, we don't need this one because we already have it. So let me see. This one, yeah, okay, will be else. This will be that else. Okay, that's good enough. This one belongs to while, and then let me see. The search. why don't we do this? Boom. What if I save it? And then if I wanted to, let me see. I don't know, wait a minute, this might not even, if I did, let me see, give me a second. Let's move this guy down a little bit. This one belongs to that one. And then this one, that will be like, if I, let me see, created a target is equal to whatever, I want you to return, and then over here I can just put here return false. If it can't do anything, then just give it a false. Should I put a little space here? Like that. Let me see. Alright. So how about we let me see what we got here. This would, wait a minute, something's, this will be the no class, right? No, I'm wrong. I'm completely wrong. If I did, why is it that what the hell is wrong with me? If this equals to this one, let me see, this one equals to that one, then that would mean that this one here is equal to that one, right? While, and that one, and then this if equals to that one, okay, and then this one is equal to that one, and then this one is equal to that one. Then you have this one. Wait a minute. There's no way this could work, because I think I need to put this one. This is right here. That's what I need to do, because if I did sing the songs that make you cry, sing the songs goodnight, sing the song. Wait a minute, it's impossible. It's impossible. This one. Okay. I'm going to push this one over there, because it's part of that right there. This one you can't have here, because this is this class. Where is that class? This belongs to that. Okay, so maybe this goes here. Let me see. This goes to, yeah, okay. Because I'm thinking if you public, and you do a construct, because we're not using it is a method, but it's a function that's outside of the actual class, because you can kind of call, because you basically just want this, and what you do is you call the node. Let me see. Sing it the list. Let me test this out real quick. I'm gonna say new and node. I'm gonna put in 30, because that's what I want you to look at. Oh no, that's not 30. I'm gonna say 30 let me see. It doesn't really matter. Pick 30 because I was thinking about 3. There, Earnhardt number 3. And then I want to say, well, okay, how about I say dollar root like this? And this is a way of checking because this is part of the tree. And now you're creating another. Wait a minute. I'm going to say new, and then we're going to say node 10 like that, or 20. How about we do 20 on the other one? Or maybe. And now I want to create, see right here we're creating, see this is the node, right? Or is it? Class node. This is function, but it's outside the class. It's just a separate function. And then you got your node, we're creating a object, then the object is going to look for construct. I don't know. I must. Let's give it a nice shot here. Let's go to the end, and then we'll say node. And then let's see. I'm gonna give it another big. And then I'm gonna say dollar the target, and it's equal to 50. Oops. Target, dollar target, because we're up at. I'm so sorry, guys. And then we're going to say found. And we're going to say search. What was the name of that? Okay, here it goes. Root, and then you have your dollar target. And then we could say, how about we can echo this guy? I'm gonna say tree BST, that way you know that it could be part of that. We're gonna say search. Then we're gonna say O, and then you're gonna say log n average. I don't know. Maybe put a space here. Okay. And then we're gonna say parentheses. Then we're gonna say AVG. And oops. What is the name of the let's say the dot R, and we'll say the I like to put spaces between the, so if we have it, wait a minute, I got this thing messed up. Why do I double this? This is the problem I'm talking about. Sometimes I double things without realizing that I'm doing it. And then when you go back to check it out, I'm like, uh-oh, I guess that's that H thing, man. That sucks. And then I'm going to say dollar. Then I'm going to say found. Remember how we used that question mark? Yes, this is the actual, the found is the expression. And then, of course, you're going to say, well, found, if it's true. And then you go like this, not found. I wonder what happened to my chocolate pudding. And how about we jump 2 of them, BR jump. You know, I always like to do 2 because I want to have a space in between. I don't know. I'm trying to do tricks in because I was playing around with this stuff. It was different than this, but the idea came to me when I saw it. Let me see. There you go. See? It was, let me see. Where did I go? It's found, you do the root, you do the 30, the no is left, I found the 10, and of course that's it. I was able to find, because I created a class and I created a function outside. Normally you create a class. See this right here, there's a function. We'll call them methods within a class. Normally you would put all these things in here, right here. But in this case, I just want it separate, like a separate thing. So you want to create a class and you'll be able to call it. So when you created a root, right, and then you use the left and the right, which is this guy right here. And then of course you did the same thing. Now you say no, it will be 10 because that will be the 10th, the one you, and then what the hell is wrong with these people? I'm sorry guys, I complain all the time, but I'm a quiet guy. I do things, I do a lot of videos, I do a lot of programming, I do stuff for people, I paint, but I don't make a lot of noise. As you will notice in the background, my background, you notice it's really, I don't even have the TV on. Sometimes you have it like every light, and then you got the next door neighbors, some few people like this business next door. They deal with music, and man, sometimes it's loud, and they know that I have to create my videos a certain time. Because I do that for them. I give them, and I'm a quiet guy anyway. Anyway, there you have it. This is fantastic. This is a good way of doing the search. You're searching for a tree. I wanted to mention the breakdowns. I don't know. Maybe I would do it. I just have to see if I can have the time to, get it done. Because what I wanted to do is give you examples like, remember the linked list search? Using the search for the linked list, I wanted to using the search for the queue, then using the search, what was the other ones? This right here, what we just did, using the, which I probably will put it in again, and then using the search for the stack, and then you could in the hash map, remember key, the associated array, really basically. And then I was gonna do that, so I was gonna do, since I did this as a search, I figure, well, you know something, that's what I would do on the next video. I would do the searches for those particular things that I mentioned, like right here for this, the LinkedList tree, the queue, the stack. I'll do the search for that. Right now this is the tree, and that's a way of searching. It's different, it's weird. And then for the, what was the last in first out, and I did it using the class and the methods and stuff. So, but I also want to show you that, because I already did it, is a procedural way of doing it. I know it will be a little weird, maybe a little longer, but I wanted to show you that because I like doing the procedure first. And when I do those things like that, I'm like, okay, good. It's okay. Can I be able to keep it that way, or do I have to hook it up as an OOP? A lot of times you do, and you'll be like, okay, at least I know how to do the procedure by looking at the procedure, because you do create variables, you do create functions and stuff. It'll be easy for you to convert it, right? But in this case, on the first video or the two videos before, maybe the third one, the last in and the first out, I did it as a class, object-oriented programming, which I introduced not too long ago. But in this situation, we'll do that. And in the next one, what we do is everything I mentioned before, and this stuff here, I'll put it in a text file, so that way we can keep it. You know, you can. If I did, let me see something. Now that we're here, let's copy this. Why so many space here? I'll do. Okay. We'll do this. Let's save this because I did make the. Then we'll take this one because I did made it right here. I'll put it here. This won't work because it's not going to work. Just make sure that when you're doing converting this stuff to a PHP, make sure that's there, because I'm going to add this particular file. I'm going to add a whole bunch of little things, you know, just little things just to mention what we talked about in the beginning of the video, you know, just little things, so that way you'll know this is what we talked about. And I said, if in the time that I'm doing it and something comes up in my head, I will add it in there too. So it'll be a text file. I'll put it in the description. All you have to do is download it, convert it to a PHP, and then run it. Just get rid of a lot of those comments, and that's about it. Because in this text file, I'm not going to put I'm going to comment stuff in, but I'm not going to put these things here. Maybe I do. Maybe I will. Maybe I will. Anyway, we'll reach the, you know, the end. And if you like what I just mentioned here, and you think you're getting it, you'll see it. The more we play around with it, the more I show you different things like that, then you're gonna start clicking on your, you know, it'll start clicking, and then you'll be able to, you know, play around with it a little bit more. I think on the once we do the queue, and what is the other one? Do we have another one? I guess the last one is the queue. We'll probably, once I do of course, add another function for the deletion. Maybe I'll add, like I mentioned, the different breakdowns, and then we'll have more examples. I don't confuse people. I just want to, because the old notation, the big old notation, man, it's important to know these things. Anyway, thank you very much. Just give me a like, thumbs up, subscribe, and give me comments if you think I need to improve. Thank you very much, and a good night.